Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Okay, I've been coming out, I've been coming in, I've been coming out. Well, I'm back here finally. Welcome once again to another session of Hot Issue from Act Now. What's for lunch? Mio Adlan here, as always, accompanying you while you're having your scrumptious lunch while you guys are enjoying your lovely day. Sebelum itu, saya ingin mengucapkan kepada semua rakyat Malaysia yang beragama Islam, salam ma'al hijrah kepada anda semua. Selamat tahun baru Ma'al Hijrah 1 Muharram detik permulaan. Okay. Yeah, we have a very interesting topic, or should I say, we have a couple of interesting topics that we wanna bring forward to you today. A lot of things that has been happening in Malaysia, obviously, in regards of the pandemic as well as the status of our nation. But of course, obviously, I won't be doing this on my own. I have my trusted partner in crime. Tak adalah crime, dia tak buat salah apa-apa. Jangan tangkap dia, dia tak salah. Dia duduk rumah, dia tak order pun makanan. Dia masak je makanan dia sendiri. Mr. Melvin Lam. Hey, Melvin.
Hi.
Hey.
Way to describe me.
No, of course, no. You are the apple of, not my eye personally, but other people's eye, but yeah, still an apple nonetheless.
No, I hope I've been an apple for the whole riot of Malaysia.
Oh, yes, of course. That's what we hope for. That's what we dream for. So, Melvin, let's kick things off. Before that, obviously, you have not had your lunch yet, but how's the weather in Shiraz? You said that it's a bit mendung, a bit gloomy over there?
Mendung, humid, hot.
Humid, hot, that's Malaysia, right? That's nothing new, right?
No, it's not that hot. It's humid. Yesterday you say my face is so oily, I can't. Of course, okay. Young face.
No. One thing we have to clarify, we also need to tell our viewers what I say to you behind the scenes. Don't need to tell people lah. Come on lah.
I tell people this have to do with the good.
All right. But actually, guys, if our viewers out there, maybe you guys want to comment. How is the new hairstyle from Melvin? Melvin actually had his hairstyle yesterday. What do you think about his hairstyle? Do you think that he should maintain it? Do you think he should change it? Or maybe he just need to cut it off? I don't know.
I need to go back to the barber if the government allow it to open.
Yeah. Fasa 2 maybe. Fasa 2 in the Klang Valley maybe.
Yeah, but where is Fasa 2? I mean, in Colombo, it's about 2,000 averagely cases a day. That's in Colombo itself. I don't know where. This is a result of almost 3 to 4 months not having my hair cut.
Yeah. So the best part about it, keep it clean, keep it fresh. That's what I normally do. All right, let's move on to our topic in mind. What do we have today? Of course, we want to highlight on whatever that is happening within our community as well as within our beloved country. And one thing that we cannot deny for a fact that nowadays the economy, when we talk about the local economy, when we talk about Malaysian economy, it is very, very in dire. It is very, very in turmoil, should I say. And it is also a good thing that right now the government has actually enforced a mandatory, or should I say an easy application for the moratorium to all borrowers out there, for their house loan, for their car loan, for whatever loans that they have. But we are actually heading into a time where Malaysia could actually be bankrupt due to the fact of this extended moratorium, due to the fact that economy has not been booming, due to the fact that all of these things are happening at the same time. It is unfortunately, we have to start this depressing news, Melvin.
Yes, it is. I think we have no choice but to bring up such topics every day because we're still in the pandemic so-called season.
Yeah.
It does have affect a lot of us. And of late, two economists say the number of Malaysians becoming bankrupt and the number of companies closing down or winding up may increase with the current moratorium on bank loans ends. We know the moratoriums has been extended to December this year,
Yes.
but it might affect once it's expired.
Mm.
You know, so it is a very I wouldn't say hot, but more than hot. It's a serious topics that everyone addressed to us. This, and just to share with you, this morning, I was outside doing my grocery. Usual today is Tuesday, so there's a durian store and people buying durian, and then apparently this two XO durian that is bitter in nature. So when this seller say, "Oh, XO, this is extreme bitter," you know, one of the customers just say, a lady, "Oh, we're all Malaysians facing that bitterness every day."
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
This is what they say very deep. This is very deep. That kind of a realization and the comparison that people are trying to do. But
yeah,
I mean that's the thing nowadays because like if you see right now the whole of Malaysia, people are just trying to adapt. People are just trying to make ends meet. People are just trying to do whatever it is that they can to be able to actually sustain whatever. Not even sustaining anymore. Melvin. They're just trying to survive because sustain it's not even the word that we can actually use nowadays because banyak orang kat sana because I got a lot of friends who are who are pilots who are really high income earners. They had to resort to a lot of things that they would never normally do because the fact that some of them actually had a pay cut of 30%, even 20%, and then on top of the what you call it, the responsibilities that they have, the the things that they have to pay, like their house loans, like their car loans and everything. Some of them had to let go of their cars. They're using their BMW bikes to do Grab services. It is just, I mean, again, sedih lah cerita pasal benda ni, Marvin. It's very sad, but it
yeah.
is true.
It's true. I mean, last week we have reported the fishermen in Terengganu
Mm.
face the same problem. Car dealers, used car dealers, also facing the same problem. So, in fact, which industry doesn't? Well, there's certain industry, of course, benefits from the pandemic.
Mm.
That's like we hope this company that makes surplus benefits from such during these seasons to help out to do more CSR, to help out.
Yeah.
The country, the people needs your to help out.
Tapi
And
kan, I mean, like, just
about
to,
that, I want to share you. It's not too early. We received a very good news. I have to thank Westport,
oh,
Malaysia.
are we going somewhere on the ferry? No.
No, Westport is actually in the cargo surveys and all those
Oh,
things.
cargo.
Yeah,
All right.
Westport. They have actually confirmed, and they are actually the first company that's confirmed with us sponsoring 5,000 ringgit for our Act Now Courage Ribbon campaign. And this
Wow.
money will be reaching out to the families of the deceased and to also send food aids to them. So I'd like to thank Westport for such a generous support, and I hope more company will follow.
All right.
People, we need more. The riots of Malaysia needs a lot of such big corporations now that making money. Please do more CSR. We need you.
Yeah, because when you look at the current situation, as you said, not all companies are actually affected by this. Granted, majority of the companies are definitely affected, but there are still some who are actually making money. They're making profit out of the
Yeah,
pandemic. Not to say that they're dealing with bad stuff. No, no, we're not saying that. But just the fact that fortunately for them, when
yeah,
this pandemic hit, when this pandemic is actually being a trouble to our nation specifically, their business is actually striving because they're trying to help others as well as expand their business as well. We're talking about the e-hailing companies. We're talking about
yes,
manufacturing in the gloves department or in the
yes, right.
PPE industry or in the medicine making industry. All these companies are actually making boatloads of money, and perhaps it's not too late for them. It's always encouraged for them to actually give out a bit more to the Malaysians, because at the end of the day, we are Malaysians and we like to rely on one another. Tapi Melvin, I just wanted to put you in perspective. At the end of the day, these guys are businessmen. There's only so much that they can give. I already gave contohnya 1% to these people, 2% of these people of my, keuntungan of my profits and everything. Why should I need to give more? I need to take care of my stakeholders. I need to take care of my, my employees. I need to take care of my people. I don't need to give more. Is it possible to have that kind of mentality, you think?
Well, if the management themselves have a selfish thinking, they are definitely not obligated because they are a private sector. But it's chicken and egg. What's come first?
Yeah.
It's a long-term business venture. You have to build goodwill. You do this kind of contribution CSR during times as such. You actually build a very good goodwill from your with your government, with the people, and this is something that they will treasure. So I hope I'm sure they understand that, But of course, what is enough? During this time, nothing is enough. But everyone have to chip in now, That's why at now we are very small. We have no big so-called big corporations behind us that support us, but we do our little bit. I mean, it's okay that we have to be very thick-skinned. We knock on people's door. I mean, literally knock on people's door, talk to them. We have to do that. Everyone's responsibility, I believe, at this time.
Correct. And then to point out furthermore, as shared on Monday a few days ago, is that Malaysian unemployment rate has actually risen to 4.8% in June 2021 from the Statistics Department. So any way possible, people out there, yes, the title of our topic, as you can see down there, is very scary. Is the scariest thing that you can actually see, apart from death, obviously. But it is something that all of us Malaysians need to come together and try to help one another. Again, we don't want to be beggars. We don't want to be the guy, like you said, knocking on people's doors with our hands out, asking for a slice of bread, a cup of rice and everything. But it is up to your own thinking. It is up to your own understanding that people do need help out there. And as much as we want to be independent, sebagaimana kita nak cuba, berdikari buat semuanya sendiri, like it or not, at the end of the day, there's always a domino effect, and it infects us all.
Remember, we have a guest, Mr. Chua from Kulai.
Yeah, he called you Mr. Melvin.
Yeah. Who has been distributing food aids since months back, since the lockdown. And he did say when he asked the recipients what they want next, and most of them say we want our economy to be back in actions so that we can work. We do not depend on the food aid anymore. This is our wish. We want to be independent, but because of circumstances we can't. So at this moment, I hope that those people who can spare the little dollar or little ringgits in the pocket. That's why I'm now thinking, for the last 2 months, to keep us alive, we have a decent meals, two meals or 3 meals a day, do not spend lavishly. If you have the means to spend lavishly, why not? Let's say you have 10 ringgit and you can actually survive from 5 ringgit, contribute the 5 ringgit to the less fortunate who cannot survive.
Yeah.
Now, you will not die, but then and you have the means to be spending lavishly. You're not affected. The top 20 will not affected at all. But you live like the B40 or B50 now. That minimum, yes. The saving per day that I allocated for my spending, do some charity work, contribute or buy a few pack of rice or whatever, distribute, or help out those NGOs that distribution foods and all this thing, food aids and all this thing, help them.
Yeah, correct. We try to help each other as much as we can, because at the end of the day, we are still Malaysian. Kita masih lagi dalam satu negara. We need to help each other. We cannot rely on anybody else. We can't afford US to send aids. We don't want the US to send aids. We don't want to help the help from the Brits. We need to rely on ourselves. And I think that we can actually be better if each and every one of us play their own role and help one another as much as possible.
All
Now,
right.
okay, from one sad and depressing topic, oh my god, it is the real thing about Malaysia.
No,
Itulah
it's the
keadaan
fact of
sekarang.
life at the moment.
Unfortunately,
It's a real thing. Let's face it. I mean, rather than
yeah.
we try to hide it, let's face it.
Betul, betul. Tapi daripada satu cerita, of course, kalau kita tak cerita pasal, these kind of things, nobody will know. And one of the things that we want to highlight is that previously, quite new in the news is that, there has been obviously kita dah bincang pasal benda ni about, people getting cheated, not getting their vaccination, katanya jarum kosong and whatnot. So they were advised previously for people to actually get an antibody test. But now the COVID antibody test that has been going on right now, pihak kerajaan or the authorities are actually advising people not to do it because it is inaccurate. What are your points on this?
It's true. I mean, YBKJ has said that advise the public going against for COVID-19 antibody test because there's no clinical guidelines on this matter. A lot of people say, okay, after your injection, you should have take this and take that. They're just after your money, there's no proven record that it can be actually proof that it works, that give you accurate result. So we have to be careful. We cannot have those our soft ears listening to people say. We always ask, is it does it has approval from the authorities, from the governments that approve the selling such drugs or whatever supplements that actually help us. Otherwise, I hope the people do not just listen. Ask them, please, because we have cases that even 3 individuals, including a lawyer who had received 2 doses of Sinovac, have claimed they have tested negative for antibiotics. So we have cases and people reports. So please be careful and such.
Yeah. Please be extra diligent because unfortunately, again, I'm not talking of the whole Malaysia. I'm not talking about everyone who are Malaysians, but there are some people out there who is trying to do unspeakable things, trying to take advantage, cuba nak mengambil kesempatan in trying to scare the people and trying to make a quick buck because of the scariness of the situation right now. And then they're trying to cheat your money out of it and trying to scare you in saying that, apparently like these antibodies, or should I say these vaccines didn't work before, hence why you need to take the antibody test. There's no antibody of the COVID-19 inside your body. It's all propaganda. From my opinion, at least, it's all propaganda that they're just trying to scare you because they want to get money out of you. And that's not good. I mean, you're just spreading fear. Kan?
Yeah. So it's the same thing. Also a report from the traditional Chinese medicines practitioner, TCM, also urged the public to only consult licensed practitioners, as most people are turning into COVID-19 remedies or post-infection treatments. And unfortunately, a lot of dubious, bogus practitioners giving descriptions, and it might end up giving a wrong description that it might harm your body.
Yeah.
So
itu masalahnya, because you know why, Melvin? Because nowadays, you don't need a medical degree to become a doctor. All you need is just Google. Then you're a doctor already. Itu susahnya tu. And it is so gullible for some people to so easily believe in whatever information that is being sent out there. Contohnya lah, imagine kan, our aunties or our uncles or whoever it is who don't live in the city, for instance, who live in the rural areas dekat luar, and then like they get fed with these kind of news from their neighbors, from their ketua kampung or whatever it is, who obviously and clearly didn't have that information and not even qualified to share those kind of information, tapi kata, kau tahu tak Jah, ini kan vaksin ni kan susah tau, nanti kau sakit kau mati Jah. This kind of people, it's just scary.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, it's very unfortunate we do have such bad merchants around that's they're very selfish. So they create such fear and they claim that we have remedy for you. And why not that this is okay, this is it, how much it costs you and all these things. So please be careful. I mean, I say kampong, I mean, if you have parents or relatives in the kampong side, please call them, let them know. Please not just jump to conclusion that it works for you. If they are not sure, please consult their children or the relative that stays in, let's say, in the city, probably not, I presume, more knowledgeable, or they can help them to Google and find out for them whether it's reliable or not reliable.
Yeah. You know, one funny thing is because like, okay, we can also talk about this topic about anti-vaxxers as well, about people who don't really want to take vaccines because the fact that, you know, some of them are scared because they've heard a lot of stories about it, you know, negative stories about it. I've heard somewhere, seriously, I've heard this from somewhere. One makcik lives in one kampung. She doesn't want to take the vaccine. I hope that she has already, lah, but this was a while back. She didn't want to take the vaccine because she said that this is all the works of Illuminati.
Yeah, it came up in the paper. I think I saw the post also in the Facebook. You know, well, you know, don't say about us in Malaysia. Even this morning, my sister text is the same in US. 50% of the adults is actually not even vaccinated in US, according to her. Like my sister this morning was grumbling because they are anti-vaccination, they refuse. And now what happened? Those people who are not vaccinated are the ones who are making more cases right now.
Yeah, actually, there's even an article, or should I say, a news that was reported in one of our newspapers saying that one anti-vaccine activist, age 69, if I'm not mistaken, he's a famous radio DJ in the United States, actually died due to COVID complications. So that's a bit of a smack in the face, isn't it? I mean, like, you know, you've been preaching about being an anti-vaxxer, don't take the vaccine, but yet you die because of COVID complication. I mean, it's so sad, isn't it?
So it's just like it's one belief, and they spread it. You know, it's not backed by science. This is okay. I believe I'm strong. You know, I believe my immune system will be out to defend the COVID-19. It might, but now they have new variants. Let's just say we talk about now we have Delta Plus.
Delta Plus Pro Max later on.
All these things. What Lamat, isn't it? Yeah. So
Lambda.
Sorry. So our body is not ready to build that kind of anti-virus immune system between ourselves so fast. It may one day, but it will probably take another 50 years to build that kind of, you know, immunizations. So, I mean, these people, they do not believe it, and but still they spread it. They convince others to do the same.
Now, I think this was the same case, you know, when polio was around before. I mean, like now, definitely we have the polio vaccine. We also have the chickenpox vaccine. We also have the Bego. What's Bego in English? It's called the mumps. We have all the vaccines for that. I actually believe that, you know, when the vaccine was introduced way back then, when this particular you know, sickness or this virus was around, you know, a lot of people also you know, hesitated. A lot of people actually have doubts about it. Right?
Yeah. But now
so the question is right now is that for COVID-19, we just need to know how long will this take, because I have no idea when the first polio vaccine came out and when it was under control. So sekarang ni kita just tunggu masa je lah kan?
Yeah, I think if everyone's, I think less cases in Malaysia because I think a lot of us believe in the vaccinations, but it doesn't help. I mean, it have to be a global exercise.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's far away from my country. They don't vaccinate, it's not an issue. But now, because we have talking about it's a global village, you know, in economics, in all this study, the world is becoming smaller, right? So if it spreads all over, you know, so it's very important we have not only Malaysia, every citizen on earth must believe in it and must be vaccinated. Then it will be probably end faster.
Yeah, exactly. Tak kisahlah kalau even down the line that we need to take a booster shot ke, because again pun flu pun ada dia punya booster shot juga. You know, all the other kind of vaccination at the initial stage, they also had booster shots. So don't just dismiss vaccine in saying that, oh, this doesn't work because you promised we only need to take 2. But now why do we need to take a booster shot? Because it's science, it helps you to boost up your immunization internally. So if I mean, like, not to say that don't question it, but don't oppose to it because of rumors that you hear out there of whatever it is that's happening. Anything has a side effect, anything has a bad to it. Even your Panadol pun ada side effect sebenarnya. Even your pill chicken on pun yang sakit perut tu pun ada side effect dia sebenarnya. It's all about understanding what's the greater about it versus looking just at the side effects.
Yeah, that's right. So please, my personal opinions, please support vaccinations and please believe that it will be with us unless we everyone of us cooperate. And I also believe it will be with us, but then we have to live with it, and it will be another sickness. It will be one day I'm off MC, I got COVID-19. Oh, okay, take care. Rest for 2-3 days. You will be back. You know, those kind of things. So it's a common sickness. It will be make it common.
Thinking about it, like thinking about it 5 years down the line, macam like, boss, sorry lah, cannot masuk office lah. I got COVID lah. Oh, okay, rest. It's I mean, like, it could actually come to that, right?
Yeah, it will. I believe so. It will be. You know, so it's a new law.
Exactly. So, to all Malaysians out there, again, as much as we are pro-vaccine, it is because why we're saying that we're pro is because we believe in the studies that's being done, by the professionals. We've seen the results of whatever that's happening. Don't dwell on the minority. Don't dwell on the side effects. Don't dwell on the little things that happen. Focus on the bigger picture. Focus on what it can do to build that herd immunity moving forward. Wow. Okay, that actually brings us to the end of our topics today. Boleh tak? Can we do a light topic tak tomorrow? Can we have laughing topic? Can we have gelak-gelak punya topic? Ini cerita pasal macam ni sedih lah.
I love to do stand-up comedian. my favorites idols, but I'm not born with that talent.
Okay, maybe we can actually have a practice on that. Okay, but rather than doing stand-up comedian, let's do a bit of German, because as always is at the end of our show on a daily basis we do a bit of a phrase of German together with Melvin and myself. So semalam I dah ajar you about when you want to wish somebody good day. What do you say? Ingat tak?
What tart does that? No. I know something to do with no, it's not pineapple tart or jam tart. It's not some tart.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Good day.
That means good day. So now I want to say good evening. So how do you say good evening? You say Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
Abend. A-B-E-N-D. Abend.
Abend. Guten Abend.
Guten Abend means good evening. So you got good day, Guten Tag. And then you got good evening, Guten Abend.
Abend. Well, obviously you need to make a bake a tart in the oven.
Malah
you want to make like, so I'm making something. Obviously, you need to bake a tart from the oven.
Okay, I'm definitely not gonna get the recipe from you. Melvin, same place, same place, same time tomorrow.
Yes, see you. Take care.
All right, ciao. Okay, guys, that was Melvin together with myself talking about the hottest issues on Act Now Hot Issue, What's for Lunch. So make sure you guys check us out. Should you guys want to hear whatever it is that we have presented previously, just go down to your podcast and to your iTunes as well as your Spotify and check us out on our podcast series, whatever it is that we have out there. And also don't forget, guys, to have a look, to have a download of our Act Now mobile community app down in the Google Play Store and the App Store, because the app can actually be very helpful for you in becoming a more responsible citizen in your community. That's all for us. From us this day. Hope to see you guys again tomorrow, same time, same place. Do join us. Take care now.